Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm inviting you on a long, relaxing journey that I know you're going to love. We're going to take a slow walk together along the Grand Union Canal here in Berkhamsted, right in the heart of Hertfordshire, in the UK. This isn't just any canal. It's one of the most iconic waterways in the country, rich in history, surrounded by natural beauty, and offering the perfect escape for anyone who just needs a peaceful day out. And with my GoPro recording this whole adventure in glorious 5.3K resolution, you'll feel like you're right here beside me, noticing the ripples on the water, the reflections of the trees, and the calm, steady rhythm of boats passing through. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's explore this magical place together. And if you enjoy what you see, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep going on journeys like this in the future. The very first thing you'll notice as we step onto the towpath is how quickly the noise of the outside world fades away. Berkhamsted is a charming little town, but the moment you get close to the water, everything changes. The canal has this ability to hush the background and replace it with its own music. You'll hear the lapping of water against the banks, the creak of ropes as boats shift slightly, the calls of ducks and swans moving gracefully across the surface. Even your footsteps sound different here, softer, as if the towpath itself encourages you to slow down and take things one step at a time. Look around at the boats moored along the edge. Some of them are narrowboats painted in bold colors, with red, green, and gold detailing, often decorated with traditional artwork of roses and castles. These boats aren't just for show. Many are homes, floating houses with little chimneys that puff smoke in winter, potted plants outside the doors, bicycles tied up on the roofs, and sometimes even small solar panels tucked onto the deck. Every boat tells its own story. Some belong to families who have lived this way for generations. Others are rented out by people who just want to experience life on the canal for a few days, gliding slowly along the water and escaping from the rush of modern life. As you walk further down the towpath, you'll pass by some of Berkhamsted's historic bridges. Each one is unique, built with bricks that have stood for over 200 years. Their arches reflect perfectly in the still water, forming circles of symmetry that make for incredible photographs. Think about the countless feet, wheels, and even hooves that have crossed these bridges over centuries. In the early days of the canal, horses would walk the towpath, pulling heavy barges full of coal, timber, and grain. The clop of hooves, the splash of water, the shout of boatmen, it was once a bustling highway of industry. Today, it's quiet, but the history lingers in every brick and ripple. It's hard not to admire the engineering that went into creating this canal. The Grand Union stretches all the way from London to Birmingham, and at Berkhamsted you can see the system of locks that allow boats to climb up and down the valley. A lock is essentially a water elevator, a chamber with gates at each end. When a boat enters, the gates close and water is either let in or drained out, raising or lowering the boat to the next level. Standing beside one of these locks, you can hear the rush of water, the creak of the gates as they open, and the patient teamwork of boaters guiding their vessel through. It's a process that's barely changed since the canal was built in the early 1800s, and it's always fascinating to watch. But it's not just the engineering that makes this place special. The canal is alive with wildlife. Swans glide across the water with an elegance that never fails to impress. Ducks paddle in small groups, often diving down suddenly and popping back up like little corks. Moorhens dart along the banks, and if you're very lucky, you might catch sight of a kingfisher, a flash of electric blue darting past before it disappears into the trees. In summer, dragonflies hover above the surface, their wings catching the sunlight. Fish ripple just below the water, and sometimes you'll even see an otter or mink swimming quietly along the edge. It's a reminder that this canal, though built by people, has become a thriving home for nature. Now, let's slow down and take in the scenery. On one side, the canal reflects the sky, on bright days, a stretch of vivid blue dotted with white clouds, and on overcast days, a silvery mirror that makes the whole scene feel calm and timeless. On the other side, the trees rise tall and green, their leaves whispering with the breeze. Willow branches dip gracefully into the water, creating ripples with every movement. In spring, the towpath is lined with fresh blossoms and wildflowers. In summer, the greenery is lush and thick, providing shade along the walk. Autumn brings a firework of golds and reds, leaves drifting down to float gently on the canal. And in winter, everything becomes still, bare branches silhouetted against pale skies, with frost sparkling on the ground and thin layers of ice forming along the water's edge. Each season brings its own beauty, its own atmosphere, and walking here never feels the same twice. As we walk further, you'll start to notice how people use this space. Families stroll with children who wave excitedly at passing boats. Dog walkers stop to chat while their pets sniff curiously at the towpath. Cyclists glide by with a gentle ring of their bell. Fishermen sit patiently on fold-up chairs, their lines stretching into the water as they wait for a bite. Everyone seems to share the same quiet respect for this place, moving slowly, smiling at each other, enjoying the calm. It's one of the most beautiful things about the canal. It's not just about water or boats, it's about people coming together in a shared appreciation of peace and nature. Take a moment to think about the town of Berkhamsted itself. Just a few steps from the canal, you'll find a charming high street lined with cafes, pubs, and little shops. The castle ruins stand nearby, a reminder of the area's medieval past, once visited by kings and queens of England. The canal links this local history with the wider story of Britain's industrial age. It's like a ribbon tying together centuries of human life, from medieval lords in castles, to industrial workers loading coal, to modern families walking hand in hand along the towpath. All of that history flows right here, quietly beneath the surface of the water. Now, let's talk about what truly makes Berkhamsted's stretch of the Grand Union Canal special: its natural surroundings. The town sits within the Chiltern Hills, a designated area of outstanding natural beauty. This means the canal here is embraced by rolling hills, lush commons, and ancient woodland. Walk along the towpath in spring, and you'll find wildflowers bursting with color, their reflections mirrored in the still water. In summer, the canal is alive with dragonflies darting above the surface, their wings catching the sun. Autumn brings a golden canopy of leaves, each step on the path crunching underfoot. And in winter, the quiet frost gives the entire canal a magical, hushed atmosphere. Wildlife thrives here. Kingfishers flash electric blue as they dive for fish. Swans glide gracefully, often followed by their fluffy cygnets. You might even spot herons, standing motionless at the water's edge, waiting for the perfect catch. And of course, the friendly ducks are always happy to greet visitors, especially those with a little food to share. Running alongside the canal is the River Bulben, a rare chalk stream that adds to the richness of this environment. Chalk streams are globally scarce, and their clear waters support unique plants and creatures. This makes Berkhamsted a hidden sanctuary for nature lovers. The peaceful scenery isn't just beautiful, it's restorative. Studies show that spending time by water reduces stress and improves mental health. And as you stand here, listening to the gentle lapping of the canal, you can feel that sense of peace settling in. The canal isn't just for walkers or boaters, it's for families too. One of the highlights here is Canal Fields, a large open space right beside the water. It's perfect for children to run around, play in the well-equipped playground, or simply enjoy a picnic on the grass. Parents can relax while still feeling connected to the gentle flow of the canal. Nearby, you'll find plenty of pubs and cafes that line the towpath. Many of them have outdoor seating, making them ideal spots to sit back with a drink, watch the boats pass by, and soak in the atmosphere. From traditional English pubs to modern eateries, there's something for everyone. The towpath itself is flat and accessible, making it easy for strollers, wheelchairs, and cyclists. This inclusivity makes the canal a welcoming destination for people of all ages and abilities. Community events are also a big part of life here. From canal festivals to small local gatherings, the canal continues to bring people together, just as it did during its industrial heyday. One of the canal's greatest gifts is the sense of peace it offers. In today's fast-paced world, finding places where we can slow down and reconnect with ourselves is priceless. As you walk here, you might notice how your breathing naturally deepens. The sounds of traffic fade, replaced by birds, water, and the creak of a narrowboat rope. The rhythm of the locks opening and closing is almost meditative. Each turn of the towpath offers a new perspective or a reflection, a ripple, a still moment waiting to be noticed. For many visitors, the canal becomes a place for mindfulness. Some come here to walk in silence, others to think, or even to sketch or write. The water invites reflection, not just in a literal sense, but in a personal one. It's no wonder so many people leave Berkhamsted's canal with lighter hearts and calmer minds. In summer, the air above the water shimmers with movement. Dragonflies and damselflies hover and dart, their wings catching the sunlight like stained glass. Butterflies flit among wildflowers along the towpath, while bees buzz steadily from blossom to blossom. Beneath the surface, fish swim quietly, roach, perch, and carp are common sights. Children often lean over bridges, peering into the water to catch a glimpse of fins darting below. Frogs and newts shelter in shaded corners, while water snails and insects thrive in the reeds. The canal may have begun as a human creation, but it has become a vital thread in the fabric of local ecology. Its waters and banks support a diversity of life, enriching the entire town. Perhaps what makes the canal most special is how it changes with the seasons, not just in appearance, but in atmosphere. Spring feels like renewal. Birds sing loudly, flowers bloom, and the towpath fills with walkers eager to shake off winter's chill. Summer brings life at its fullest. Boats move lazily, families picnic at canal fields, and the water hums with insects. Autumn is reflective. The colors glow, the air cools, and the pace of life slows, inviting quiet walks under falling leaves. Winter offers stillness. Frost edges the reeds, ice sometimes forms along the water, and mist rolls softly, creating scenes of ethereal calm. For photographers and videographers, like you with your GoPro, this makes Berkhamsted's canal a gift. Every visit, every hour of the day, offers a new angle, a new mood, a new story to capture. Science now confirms what we instinctively feel: time in nature heals. The gentle presence of water, the rhythm of birdsong, the green of leaves, these reduce stress, calm the mind, and restore energy. And Berkhamsted's canal is a perfect example. Walk its towpath after a long week, and you'll feel the difference. Sit on a bench, watch the reflections ripple, listen to the creak of a locked gate, and let the noise of the world fade away. It is no surprise that locals and visitors alike treasure this stretch of canal. It is more than scenery. It is therapy, freely available, 24 hours a day. If history gives the canal its depth, and wildlife gives it its soul, then community life is what keeps it alive in the present. In Berkhamsted, the Grand Union Canal is not a forgotten relic of the industrial age. It is woven into the fabric of daily life, a shared space where families gather, friends meet, and visitors feel instantly welcome. Walk the towpath on a summer afternoon and you'll see what I mean. Children run ahead, chasing ducks to the water's edge. Parents stroll slowly behind, enjoying the calm rhythm of their steps. Cyclists glide past with a friendly bell. On the opposite bank, a narrowboat crew settles onto the roof with mugs of tea, waving at walkers as they pass. The canal is no longer just a route from A to B. It is a destination in itself. At the very center of Berkhamsted's community life by the canal lies Canal Fields, a much-loved public park. This green space borders the water, offering a wide, open area where families can gather for play, exercise, or simply relaxation. For children, the playground is a highlight. Swings, slides, and climbing frames echo with laughter throughout the day. For teenagers, the skate park provides energy and excitement. For dog walkers, the wide lawns are perfect for a run or game of fetch. And for everyone else, Canal Fields offers room to spread out a picnic blanket, read a book in the sunshine, or simply sit back and enjoy the passing boats. Events are often held here too. From local fairs to seasonal celebrations, Canal Fields becomes a stage for community togetherness, where the canal serves as a beautiful backdrop to shared joy. The longer we spend walking, the more you notice the rhythm of canal life. Boats chug slowly by, their engines humming softly. People aboard wave as they pass, sometimes exchanging a cheerful word or two. Dogs bark from the decks, enjoying the ride. Each lock becomes a gathering point, boaters working together, bystanders stopping to watch, children asking questions about how it all works. There's a sense of patience here that feels rare in today's world. On the canal, nothing is rushed. Boats move at walking pace, journeys take days rather than hours, and every task, whether opening a lock gate or mooring a boat, requires calm attention. Spending time here gently reshapes the way you think about time itself. As the day moves on, the light changes. Morning brings fresh brightness, the water sparkling with reflections of the rising sun. By midday, the canal feels full of life, with walkers, boaters, and wildlife all active. As evening approaches, golden light filters through the trees, shadows stretch across the towpath, and the surface of the canal glows like liquid amber. At dusk, the air cools, birds settle in the branches, and the first lights flicker on inside the moored boats, casting warm reflections on the water. It's during these quiet evening hours that the canal feels most magical, peaceful, timeless, almost dreamlike. And this is the real gift of the Grand Union Canal at Berkhamsted. It's not just a place to walk, or a place to watch boats, or even a place to see wildlife. It's a place that invites you to slow down, to notice, to connect with history, with nature, and with yourself. Whether you're here for an hour or a whole day, the canal offers something that's increasingly hard to find, a gentle, unhurried rhythm that reminds you to breathe, to look around, and to appreciate the simple beauty of the world. One of the things that makes Berkhamsted so appealing is just how easy it is to reach. From London, trains from Euston take only about 40 minutes, and the station is just a short walk from the canal itself. If you're coming from Birmingham or the Midlands, the same London-bound line passes straight through, so it's a simple journey south. By car, Berkhamsted sits just off the A41, which connects to the M25 and M1, so whether you're coming from the north, south, or west, it's well linked. Parking is straightforward too. There are several car parks near the high street and station, and you'll often find spaces along residential streets within a short stroll of the canal. Most are pay and display, but prices are reasonable for a day out. And the best part? Visiting the canal itself is completely free. The towpath is open year-round, so you can enjoy as long or as short a walk as you'd like without spending a penny. If you're planning your own visit, here are a few tips. Parking is available near the canal, making it convenient even for those coming from outside town. The towpath is well maintained and stretches for miles, so wear comfortable shoes if you plan to walk or cycle. Bring a picnic or stop by one of the local pubs for a traditional meal. Families will love canal fields, while couples and solo travelers may prefer a longer, quiet walk toward Ashridge Estate and its vast woodland. Don't forget your camera, the reflections, wildlife, and colourful narrowboats are a photographer's dream. And so, as the sun lowers over the water and the narrowboats moor for the evening, we come to the end of our journey along Berkhamsted's stretch of the Grand Union Canal. What began centuries ago as a lifeline of industry has become a sanctuary of peace, nature, and community. If you've enjoyed this journey, I invite you to experience it in person. Come walk the towpath, breathe the fresh air, and discover why so many people return here again and again. And if this video has inspired you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your support allows me to keep exploring and sharing hidden gems like this, bringing you closer to the beauty and history of the UK's most cherished landscapes. So, until next time, may your days be calm, your journeys meaningful, and may the gentle waters of the canal remind you to slow down and enjoy life's simple pleasures.